Before I start the video, I just want to say that I am working on a sidearm distance video and I should be recording it tomorrow or Monday. Without further ado, here are the top 5 most expensive discs right now on the market. At number 5, we have Disc Golf Very Rare Innova Meet the Pros 2008, autographed by 4 Pros. And it's autographed by Ken Climo, Nate Doss, Avery Jenkins, and Manabu Kajiyama. So I think this is a pretty rare disc. In all honesty, I don't think it's worth $625. And something I'd like to point out real quick is that they don't even mention what this actually is. They say brand Innova, model Discraft, and I would assume that it's Innova because Ken Climo and Avery are from Innova. But something weird is that Nate Doss is part of Discraft, so I'm not exactly sure if this is a Discraft disc or an Innova disc, but judging by the looks, it kind of looks like a Champion Wraith. But in all honesty, I don't think this is worth $625. Alright, at number 4, we have a Midnight Flyer that apparently Ed Hedrick owned. And if you don't know who Ed Hedrick is, real quick, here are some things about him, but the thing I'd like to point out is obviously he invented disc golf and he's founded the PDGA. Now back to the disc itself, there's some things I'd like to point out. So the disc has a few holes in it, and those holes are meant to run a wire through so you can hang it up on the wall, which kind of, I feel like, would diminish some of the value of it. But overall, it looks really nice, like it's pretty new. But something else I'd like to point out is that they say it's a Nova and that it's a putter, but you can clearly see that it says Frisbee and it says Whammo right there. So who really knows what this is, other than Midnight Flyer, if that's by Whammo. At number 3, we have something special. I didn't really know what this was at first. I thought it was just an eagle from Innova, a really old 1983 eagle. But then after reading the bio a little bit, I kind of figured out what this was right away. So the eagle is one of the very first disc golf discs, and what makes this disc worth so much money is that it's a prototype of that disc. So this is really rare, and obviously Champion hasn't been around for a long time. So this is a really interesting disc, and it looks like it's in great condition if this is the exact same disc. At number 2, we have something a little out of the ordinary. So this is a rock from 2009. It's called the 11, and I don't exactly know why that's so special. But I've been just going over the pictures here. As you can see, you can kind of see what it looks like. When we move down the description, it says 1 out of 1 clear pink, pure embossed oracle, 180 grams. Disc comes in the original packaging, is in mint collector condition. The disc will be box shipping for free. So that's all there is about it, really. And honestly, I don't think this is worth it at all. I would think that this thing is worth like $50. And if I'm wrong, if this is some sort of extremely highly sought after collector disc, please comment below, because I really don't know much about this, especially considering this bio. It doesn't really say much. But let's move on to number 1, which is the most insane thing I've ever seen. Now number 1 is a Nova Star Rock, and apparently Bren Nordgren owns it. Now, okay, one thing I'd like to point out is that it's 69, 69, 69. So it looks like a joke at first, and then you scroll down to the description and they make sure they have it in huge red, bold, all caps, that they're trying to up the value of this super expensive disc. And the craziest thing I think about this is that, well, first off, I've never heard of Bren Nordgren, and second off, his PDGA number isn't renewed, and you would assume that like pros that are still playing would have their numbers renewed. So I definitely think this is probably the dumbest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and make sure to leave a like, don't forget to subscribe, and look out for the sidearm distance video coming soon.